Today, I'll be talking about thinking about your career path, your future career path. I feel that it is very important that at the very start, even from high school graduation, and you're asked, what would you like to do in the future? Who would you like to be in the future? You should, start getting more specific if you can. If not, it's okay. But today, my brief discussion will be giving you a broad view and understanding of the specializations, like professional specializations. Why is that important? I believe that if you say, oh, I want to be a doctor, it's not enough to say, oh, I want to be a doctor. A doctor of what? Oh, I want to be an accountant, or I want to study accounting, or I want to study financial, management. You need to understand the varied expertise in that sector. Why is that so? It will give you a broader perspective of what really will you love to do in that sector. Why is that also important? It is important because the world is changing. The world is changing. Technology is influencing a lot of things. And even before technology started influencing a lot of things, the environment and people's need and consumer need, changing lifestyles, is changing professions. It's changing, the way we work, the way we think, and how we do things generally. And so you find out that portfolios that used to be called name A have now been broken down into like A1, A2, A3, just giving examples. But then, okay, as we go further, I will also mention, some few specialization in different sectors. So let me also say that the importance of this is that when you go into university and you say, for instance, I want to study marketing. If you're studying marketing at the undergraduate level, let's say BA marketing, right? Okay, which is in the arts faculty. It is very important, and it will do you good to understand the different, profession and expertise that are all categorized within the marketing sector. And so we'll delve into some of the examples, that I have penciled down here. So marketing today is one of that area which started from the traditional marketing communication or mass communication, or people go to study mass comm, marketing, journalism. That's it, journalism. Fantastic disciplines, right? Fantastic. But today, the traditional journalism, has broadened. They may not change the name journalism, but I find out that the job of a journalist is being taken over gradually by content developers, right? Content creators, they call them, by the digital marketers, by the videographers. Those are all content. Content is now, in video, in images, in audio, and it has left, the traditional office of the journalist, which used to be like the newspaper house, right? So I get by now you're understanding where I'm going to. And, you don't just go to school now and say, oh, I'm going to study marketing. It is good to understand what are the different specializations in marketing. Another example that I like to look at is the popular finance, right? A lot of students are attracted to studying finance or banking and finance. But it will be very interesting to look at the different aspects of finance, emerging new areas. I mean, we've not even gone into, the cryptocurrency that is emerging and really, shaking up the finance sector. But let's look at international finance. International finance is an aspect, is a specialization. Financial statement analysis is another specialization. Investment banking, we have corporate finance, we have stock broking. So we have stock brokerage or stock brokers, they call them. And that is an aspect of finance. And so if you're a student that is attracted to, just going to university to study finance, it will do you well to go look at which different specialization is in this sector. What are the emerging trends? What are the emerging, new portfolios that are coming up? What that would do to you is that you're prepared in your mind. Your mindset is broadening. And then, so if you're interested, in stockbroking, you start getting, interested in, international stock trading. You also research and say, oh, what other kind of, know-hows, tools do I need to learn, just to be able to be, one of the sought out for, in that sector. You're building yourself, you're upgrading yourself. It is very important. You don't wait until you graduate. That's when you now say, oh, what do you want to study? No. Things have changed, because even before you graduate in 4 years, there are students out there who will catch up some of these skills, just training and going for short training and, learning things online and learning how to use tools and, just really put out themselves there to mopping up knowledge. They will be more versatile before you graduate in 4 years. That is the truth. And so, if you know the specialization of your sector of interest, then you choose the aspect that really, fascinates you. I start learning so many things in that area, adding to your knowledge. I tell you about real estate. Real estate is one, sector that is, becoming very vibrant around here. And so if you are interested, or you went to school to study geography or regional planning, you should be looking at. So real estate has things like apartment brokerage. You ask yourself, what is that? Real estate development, that is more popular. Property management. Abandoned properties needs to be managed. Even the one that are being, that are currently being developed needs to be managed, right? Properties that are out there, the owners put them out there in the market for a resale, they need to be managed. Real estate appraising, that is another very interesting area. But I think the way we work here is that just one person, does all of these things. No, if you decide to say, oh, I'm a real estate appraiser, and you fashion out a portfolio for yourself, you definitely will get some big jobs, out here. And so these are new emerging areas that are, important to look at. If you go look at the medicines, sector today, that the surgeons have gone, they've gone haywire. The cosmetic surgeons have taken over, almost everything in the medical sector. And that is because, and they are earning so high, and that is because suddenly, women and men inclusive became more aware of self, became more concerned about looks, looking good, looking well. Wellness became a thing, being fit became a thing. So you want to look good. So you're thinking, should I raise my cheekbone, or you want to lift your cheekbone, And this is the trend and the craze of the world. And so in the next 2 years or before you graduate, you don't know what's going to be the in thing, like we call it, or the trend. But you have to prepare. You don't just say, oh, I'm going to study medicine, and that's it. What is really your love in medicine? What is really your love in the medical, profession? Some people love the physio. They want to become physiotherapists. They just love the aspect of, medicine. Some don't want to be surgeons. They just want to be a professional nurse. But what is the essence of this, short talk today? Is to say, don't go abroad to study a program and not, enjoy all the benefits. Because when you go abroad, you're going into, enlightened schools, advanced, learning, the facilities are there, the professors are there, the environment is cool. There's so many things that your eyes, your ears can pick up. So if you have that mindset before leaving home and say, oh, this particular aspect of, or discipline that I want to study, these are the different areas that I have to look out for. And that will be very beneficial. It will really, really be very beneficial, because within the community where you're going, some of these things are already in practice. And so you can intern, you can, even start taking relevant elective courses, while you're in school. So as just to broaden your knowledge, your understanding, get you excited about your future career path. And the reason why I also say that you have options is, don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in the rut. For some of you, you go into, you start 100 level or the first year in your higher institution, and you're not loving that program. Change. There's something called change of course. Change your course. Write to the department of interest and go there for an advice, and they'll tell you the required courses, the required credits to do this switch. Change your course. There are always options. All of these, different specializations we have mentioned here are options. There are options. Today, I hear a lot of students, I'm studying law. Okay, so what's your interest after graduation? I will just, go and serve, then I do law school, then that's no story. That's no story. But law is more versatile than this boring, presentation that we get around here. Very, very versatile. Sports and entertainment law. If nobody is doing it yet in your community or in your state or whatever, you start it. There is, we hear the criminal law tends to be more popular. How about intellectual property? Those are not, we don't have enough intellectual property lawyers here. There is huge need for all of these things. Sports and entertainment could help, a lot of companies and upcoming artists or upcoming, athletes about negotiations. There are so many things. On School and Yonder Stories.